The idea with this one is you flip the card back into your hand. His Nax out. We're probably going to get destroyed with people with these hardcore, try-hard new decks. But we are at 10 bronze. So yeah, this was a really fun idea that I had way early on, before even these cards existed. Like, just with the Iron Juggernaut, you keep flipping it back to your hand. So it creates unpreventable damage. They keep drawing into the 10, 10, 10 bombs, which was amazing. Well, it wasn't necessarily that good, but it was fun. And it was unique at the time because there weren't too many things that could do that. The old Murloc thing, I remember this. It's like this game could still be fun if it wasn't for power creep bullshit. There's going to be a lot of new cards that are like, oh shit, that just ruins the game. So it's almost like the player base has to deliberately choose not to use stuff like that and just come up with creative ideas for decks that are like just fun. It doesn't matter if they're good or not. Even N'Zoth was like a late addition. That wasn't in there for a while. But then you can bring back all the bombs and blow them up more. A little Dr. Boom action in here too. See, look at all this crazy shit. But this isn't even that bad. This stuff is all things I've seen before. Good way to stall the game out. See, my whole purpose of this deck is to blow them up, but I still have to play defensively because of all this aggro kind of shit. Dude. I have to brawl. You could also flip. This is actually a great synergy card too with the concept, because instead of flipping the bombs back, now I can flip the armor back and keep doing it over and over, which is an amazing idea. I think I might go for the brawl. Or actually, I would do this, but then the war leader won't die. I could do this twice. So this guy won't die. I don't know. This whole defensive style of play is stupid here. So it has Wind Fury, so he's going to buff it to oblivion and just destroy me. There came out one strong card 1 to 2 years ago, which makes the Bomb Warrior way stronger. But the bouncing idea is nice. Just a little too slow at this point. Yeah, it looks like it. Although I'm familiar with all these cards, I think. Maybe not this. Reborn, obviously I know. You wouldn't think you'd see some of those competitive decks at this low rating though, so I should be able to get by. I guess you don't have the option to play unrated anymore. It's always rated, or it's either wild or something else. I mean, I guess brawl could work. Like, if I don't brawl, what do I expect is gonna happen here? I guess you could bait out something stronger. You almost have to summon the Brewmaster as a... what do you call it? Just to attack stuff. So now I could brawl if he does more stuff. Or if he trades into it, that's even better. But yeah, like, when this first was a thing, even with like the Iron Juggernaut, not only was it not something people did, it's like, holy shit. People didn't do it for a super... like, Bomb Warrior wasn't even really a thing, I don't think. Nobody used that card. Fuck. So all we gotta do is look for... get rid of the 1/1. Which would be better... I guess it's better to... I don't really know. One of them is still gonna be there, no matter what, so... we'll kill 1/1/1 and then the other one will respawn. I'm obviously gonna lose this. There's no healing in this deck except for that Dr. Boom thing, which again, that wasn't in the original deck either. I'm trying to remember what the original deck was. It was basically just flipping the Iron Juggernaut back to your hand. That was it. Maybe with the wait, how did he get that back? Oh god. It was just the Iron Juggernaut, flip, flip, flip. And it actually worked pretty well because people weren't expecting it. And there's no way to prevent it either. Like, once the card's in your deck, you're just screwed. And there wasn't as much healing and stuff in the game, so like 30 damage from 3 bombs is a lot. And you could draw them back to back to back. It was such a fun idea. So, I don't really know what I could have done there. I guess nothing really. Let's try a few at least. What were some of my other cool theme decks back then? Like, oh yeah, the anti-magic, anti-spell. That was one of the most enjoyable things, even though it wasn't that good. See, that's the point. It's not about winning games. Like Lotheb plus the Nerubians plus just everything was anti-magic. What were the other ones? Like the Trogs. Counterspell, Trogs. We'll keep... See, I guess I'll keep it, but... Yeah, you kind of have to. That's the whole point of the deck. Yeah, you get the Trogs to punish spell casting. You get Counterspell. You get... What else? Lotheb. The Nerubian cards. All those together. So at some point they just get frustrated. They can't get a spell off, and even when they do, they get punished for it hard. The legendary Trog who summons another Trog who also gets buffed when your opponent casts a spell. Armor Druid, just for the sake of like stacking up a ton of armor, even though it's not good. You can just kind of wear them out with all the armor cards. What else was there? I'll have to check. Again, they're not going to be good because some of them weren't even good at the time when they were more current. But it's just the fact that I like this your opponent. Nice, dude. They weren't even good when they were current. Here we go, dude. This is that whole mana druid shenanigans. Is he going to be like a Cthulhu, Mecha Cthulhu thing? We do have this, which turns out to be super important. Just because it's so dynamic, you can keep gaining armor. That's basically the only healing I have. And by basically, I mean that is the only healing we have. The off chance that we get the 7 armor hero power from him, which is random as to which one you get. I really don't have anything I can do, and you don't want to summon this on turn 6. Because if it dies, that just kills your whole... That's why you have like the shredders and stuff just to tide the current, just to do something. He's giving me plenty of time. So do I coin into this or do I coin into that on turn 6? I guess I'll wait then. And that's why N'Zoth comes into play too for summoning these back. Which is, again, that's not really intrinsic to what the deck is trying to do. But there weren't really enough support cards for this type of deck. Because again, it wasn't a deck that anybody used. That's the point. Some of these decks are going to be... Like the anti-spell thing, I never saw a single person ever use it in my life. It should tell you statistics. Like, what percentage of players... Okay, so I'm actually going to do this. Then we can use the things to charge every turn. Rush. So, which one do we start with? You can oh yeah, this is good too for spawning another Iron Juggernaut. On the off chance that you fuck up or don't get it, you can just create one. But well, the chances of you getting one were low even then, but now they're probably going to be even lower with all the new mechs that there might be. He gets a 9/9 out of thin air. I don't know what this is. I've never seen that. Sound like Bill O'Reilly for a second there. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that when he sees the fucking script of what to read and he gets so mad. So we could just summon this to attack it and it still wouldn't be enough. What an amazing, amazing concept. We could do this and execute it. Like, I really... Oh yeah, and you get all these other bomb things. See, all this stuff was new. The 3/3 and the other stuff that shuffles bombs. This guy was there from the beginning. So it was like a half-baked idea that they didn't go farther with for a super long time. And then they finally decided to. But again, we just do this to put bombs in his deck and keep drawing him out into the other bombs. So he only has 15 cards. Unless he does like a Jade Idol shit. That would be one way to counter it. But again, who is making a deck with countering this shit in mind? Probably to counter other things that are also about sort of drawing you out. Refresh, empty, mana crystals equal to the cost of the most expensive spell in your hand. Raid boss Anexia. Immune while... Holy shit. Rush, immune while you control a whelp. Summon 6 2/1 whelps with Rush. Of course, he baited out the... So now would Brawl work on that because it's immune? Like, it would kill the whelps first. I'm assuming Brawl wouldn't work on it. Yeah, because it would have to kill them first. And well, I guess I could cleave, hope it takes out one, and then, which of course it doesn't. So I have no choice but to do it. Anyway. I guess I have enough health where it's not the end of the world, but you can't just let something like that stick. Oh, it does. Okay, never mind. So it doesn't matter. That's kind of inconsistent text because one of the whelps survived, so she shouldn't have been able to be killed by Brawl. So Brawl bypasses immunity, which is not a very common effect that you see, or at least that I've... Like, how many times did immunity actually occur on an enemy, on a minion in the whole time I played Hearthstone? Pretty much never that I can think of. Like, I don't remember which ones did. Okay, so he keeps getting back this stupid 7/7. We can use a charge here. That's the good thing. And the bad thing is, it's almost like you could do this, charge, and kill it, but it's 1 damage short. Summon 1/1 bomb for each bomb in your opponent's deck. It's kind of too early to do that, but I'm concerned with leaving this on the board. Oh, I guess what I should have done... Oh, fuck. I forgot. That doesn't even get a charge. Apparently, it's not considered a mech, which I do remember. Okay, I guess it worked out, but kind of sloppy play. Again, we're struggling to win a bronze 10 fucking chicken rating, whatever. I forget how that works now. I like the old system better, how Wild Heart Guff. Choose one. You gain 15 armor from... Or did he already have armor? Oh no, he already had 10. Choose one, draw a card, or gain a mana crystal every turn? Why would gain a mana crystal even matter? Because he costs 5, so by that point... Okay, now we can get the action going. Now the cool thing with this is it creates like a... Oh, that was one of the most epic matchups with this. The water elemental. So they would summon a water elemental every turn, and I'm like, there's no way I can win the Jaina thing at this point in the game. But I would summon this, attack it with Rush, it would survive, and then I would pull it back to my hand. So it felt like I could take out them for as long as I needed to. That was a super epic game. In this case, I'm doing it just for the sake of the flip. And he's got 45 HP, so we gotta watch that too. That was one of the most epic, hopeless games, and then that was a synergy that you don't typically expect. But if anything has less than 5 attack, you can charge it into them and then bring it back and get double value. So you're not doing it just to place the bomb, you're doing it to take something out too. Of course, if it has more than 5 attack, you're kind of screwed because it'll die. That's why, like, the Gorgon is good for that purpose. Miracle Growth. I don't know why I'm even playing this right now. I haven't played it in years. I'm gonna play it again for years. I just don't... Why does it have to be... That's what you call power creep, am I right? Fucking... It's not even that good, but just the way he can keep resummoning like that. See, now you'd like to do this to kill it, but it still won't be enough, so... That's what's so stupid about it. Like, really, there's nothing else I can do. I guess I could do this and try... That would be good for later. Again, everything has Rush, so that's the amazing thing. I can't do the Gorgon. We'll just do this, I guess, and let it sit there. Let him deal with it. It's like they should have some kind of... Yeah, we want vanilla Hearthstone or something fucking... There's so many cool decks that you can come up with, but everyone gets stuck in the meta, stupid, whatever's most effective. It's like with chess, exactly, where people... It's just an elitist sort of zero-sum, min-max, best possible thing kind of game. But who cares about that? Like, you just play something that's fun or interesting to you. But nobody does that in these kind of games, at least. Alright, there's just a mess of shit on the board. If you're You've cast 3 spells while holding this. Choose an ancient relic. Okay. That's the ancient relic? Or was it something else? I don't even know what's happening. So this would be a great time for Brawl. We could also just use Warpath if we do this. Just don't kill this, please. Dude. Wait. That still shouldn't be enough, though. Yeah, give me the Warpath opportunity. That's all I want. So you can do it all 5 times. What is this? Starts dormant. It's only a 4/4. Yeah, this is perfectly fine. I forget when Warpath was introduced, like the whole echo effect. I don't really remember. There's just been so many expansions. I'm impressed, actually, unironically, even though people shit talk this game now, and maybe rightfully so, somewhat. But just the fact that the game is still around, like Blizzard does have longevity. I would not have predicted the game would still exist now. Like, it was great for a while, right? I played it a ton. I got the beta key. Oh yeah, that's the funny story with Hearthstone for me. When I got the beta key right around when GTA 5 came out. So I had bought a PS3, and I was, because I never had PS3 before. Look at that. You just keep drawing it. This is when it can be really powerful too, when they have nothing left in the deck. So I got GTA 5 and a PS3 just to play it, because it was exclusive to console at that time, right? It didn't come out on PC for like a year and a few months after that. So I had that ready to play, and I got the beta key for Hearthstone at the same time, and it's like, oh shit, which one do I play? These are 2 great games that I want to sink my teeth into, and so I chose Hearthstone instead, and I played the shit out of that. So I didn't even play GTA 5 for a super long time. I ended up really beating it on PC, so I didn't even beat it on console. I bought it specifically for that purpose. My first time buying a PS3. So I don't have an AoE, so I could use the stupid armor here, I guess. Oh, this is pretty good. Deal 1 damage to all other characters. How convenient. We won't be able to... I just don't know if he's going to kill me. We have enough to bring the armor too, though. This is like the best case scenario. Perfect. We do a little AoE stuff. We do a little healing. He shouldn't be able to kill us in this turn. And now we can just start dumping the bombs in there, but we might not have time to do it. So that was like pretty early in the beta, I think, too.
We have plotted long enough.
It was just like something I had always wanted, too. Like, it fits so perfectly. I love card games. I loved WoW and the whole Warcraft universe. It was such a genius idea. And then so many other games have tried to follow suit, like with Elder Scrolls Legends and stuff. And just the little flavor they give with the voices and the pictures and stuff, it's amazing. I mean, I'm probably just gonna die, dude. What is all this shit, dude? I mean, I could almost kill him with this alone. Oh, Brawl is pretty worth it, though. 2... I could do 3, 4... It's not gonna be enough. Gain 8 armor. No, Brawl is actually good here, though, because there's no downside of his whole stupid... I could even flip this back to my hand if I'm really worried. Wait, no, I don't have the 2 brute... Fuck it. This is good enough. I'm not too upset about this. So he'll gain a bit more HP, but he's got nothing left, so... Unless he's got Mechathune. That would be the ultimate slap in my dick, dude. If he has Mechathune after all that shit. Like, are you serious? Like, it's not that, oh, we ran him out of cards. It's all part of his master plan. Dude, I'm just done fucking playing if that's the case. Like, you have an answer for everything. Why the fuck do you have 19? Oh, they must have uncapped it. Let me guess. He has a one-shot mechanic up my ass. I still don't know if I'm going to have enough to be able to survive this. If I do the math, this isn't going to do enough, right? There's no way. How much fatigue did he take? He took 3, so he'll take 4, 5, and 6. So it's 4, 5, 6 plus 10. Oh, that should be enough. So 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Unless I'm misunderstanding. This will do 10 right away. Then this will do fatigue. Or wait, we can make him draw it. Should I do it before or after? Because it makes you draw again, too. So shouldn't it be more than enough? Unless I did my math wrong, it should be fine. Yeah, why am I doubting myself so much? The calculation god. I could do this all day. That was actually still hard, though. At bronze 10 chicken rank. So stupid. Play 25 spells. There's so much bonus shit that they add to them. Like, you get a reward for this and that. It almost like it's a mobile game or something. Ha. Dude, this in and of itself can be fun. I'll try some of my other theme ones another day. But this one's really awesome. I was so proud of this, too, because I was definitely the one who came up with it at that time, because literally nobody used that fucking card. The Iron Juggernaut, it just was not used.
Garrosh versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin. Victory!
Oh yeah, and that one's a fun one too, the Carnasa. It just feels a little bit too script. Oh, you should probably keep Brawl, actually, because he's gonna just stack the fucking board up the ass at this point. Okay, so what do I do here? Nothing. This can be pretty addictive. Like, if I just stay at these lower ratings, I'll be happy. But once I get to a higher rating, it's going to be min-max, try-hard, cheese fest. Power creep. Which I could do, too, like, if I wanted. But I just do arena for a while, and... well, what's the fun in that? Like, who really cares about being... do they even have, like, really competitive esports for this game anymore? Does anybody really... care that much? So would it be worth it to do this now, especially against a hunter? And the answer is probably not. You want to save that for doing damage, or you want to deprive him of cards, more so to the point. I do like the class identity in this game, although it is kind of restrictive, because it's like, how many decks can a particular class really play? Because how many like styles can a class really play, because you're restricted to the class cards. So at any point, there's only going to be 2 or 3 really great decks for a particular hero, right? But then if you go back through the chronology of the whole game, there's a lot of amazing fun decks you can make for that for each class if you really wanted to. Chicken rank, best rank. You could play a tavern brawl and open the pack. Maybe you get something useful like the best card in the game, Tiny Fin. Okay, let's see. I kind of want to do an arena too. Let me play this until I lose, which could be never because I'm so good, but... and this deck is so good. I'm kind of hesitant to do this. Like, what if I just don't do anything? This could be a mistake, but his board isn't really intimidating. I probably should have kept the Brawl, though. Like, you're not going to regret having Brawl against a hunter ever. It's like, even if you have to use it to get rid of weenies, like 2/2s and stuff, it's still worth it. Wild was a good format addition, though, definitely. The fact that they, for a while, they didn't have that, so you couldn't really... I forget exactly how it worked. Man. You know what? If he's going to let me do the 7/7 Dr. Boom, I'll just do it. 7 armor. Do I have the actual Dr. Boom in here? I'm not sure if I do. I have the other one who's like... I have like 3 different Dr. Booms then. This guy, the one you can summon, who puts bombs in their decks or whatever. Or no, for every bomb in their deck, it summons a bomb. And then I have the one that summons the 2 bombs too, I think. This could be good, because you get the armor. And as long as I get the 7 armor soon... ah, fuck. It teases me and then it goes away. So stupid. Arena is theoretically my favorite game mode after BG. Yeah, I never really played BGs. I forget when that was introduced, but I might not have even played really after that happened. I think I tried one, but... let's see, what is this gonna be? Can only take 1 damage at a time. Which would be perfect to use this on, honestly. I'm a little bit short on HP, so if I had gotten the armor, it would have been totally worth it. Because, again, I have 0 healing in this deck, so I'm still going to die. Although he lost his hero power, so that could be good.
Rams? Those are
Whenever you draw a beast, give it +2/+2. That's not really that good. And the same thing with Arena. It's like, I would pick for fun, not for just winning. Like, whether it's a legendary or something. Go dormant when it dies. It's just like too many big things he's summoning. Please just hit the 8/8, and then, what does it do? After 5 turns, revive after 5 friendly minions die. Well, we better kill it first then. Then we'll do. I mean, this is so much work just to stay alive, but I'm not really getting anywhere from doing it. So I better just deprive him of cards for what it's worth. So 5 have to die now. That's a pretty hard thing to keep track of, honestly. You're not really thinking. It'll probably just show what the count is at, but... The dormant effect wasn't something they did a whole lot with before. The Rat King, speaking of Dark Souls, fucking so disappointing. Tradable. I don't know what that mechanic is. Summon 2 1/1 spiders. Drag this into your deck with 1 mana to draw a new card. Okay. Like, every turn he just summons something big. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Okay then.
I can't even kill it with this, even if I was willing to. I guess I have to just try to draw something. I'm just gonna die straight up. Like, really, dude? Just forget it. I'm gonna use the armor, obviously, but I just want to see what I'm gonna get. Now, this is amazing for, like, a rush combo. If you had all your little piloted shredders and stuff die, then you can summon that and they all get charged right off the bat. We're actually gonna overdraw because I don't know what's happening this game. But they tighten the matchmaking after you get more than 10 wins a few times. In the beginning, it matches you up against people who only play Arena. No more easy rewards for punting new players. Like, these are obviously new cards, because I don't even know what that mechanic is. The trade. I guess you can see the icon, but I don't really know what that icon is. It looks like a strawberry. I really can't tell what it is. So how many Death Rattle minions have died this game? Probably not really any. Summon 2 spiders with poisonous and rush. So I could do this and then blow them all up. But the problem is one of them is still going to survive, probably. Yeah. So it's okay, but... And then I could do this just for the sake of it, but it's not going to kill it. Come on, we can still survive, but... There is no feeling of, like, they run out of strong cards. It doesn't happen anymore. Right? That was always a satisfying thing. Like, eventually they'd run out, and it's like, you knew what you were playing for. He's just never gonna run out. It's just, I'll kill these, he'll just summon more. I'll kill them again, he'll summon more. I won't even have a chance to do anything. This is a good way to kill both. He gets the stupid poisonous spiders, though. I guess I could kill one of them. Maybe you should see what that... Oh, fuck. Yeah, speaking of which, he'll just get more. Look at that, dude. Dumb luck the game. I don't really know. I'll just summon it just to have something on the board. Will he waste a poisonous thing on it? We could get some crazy mech that could save us, but... I guess you shouldn't really play for your deck purpose here. You should try to sort of play more defensively. So even if I have to drop this just to deal with the weenies, I can. So the cool thing is we do get charge, or I mean rush on every single one. So I could keep taking his stuff out, but there's just going to be too much. I could have really used the shredders this game. This would be a lifesaver. Just to have a whole bunch of shit come out. I don't think I've really had that happen though this game. Like out of the 11 cards, 4 of them are probably the shredders. The HP is just too low, dude. Give me something god tier. Could use that to take something out. I just need something a little bit stronger. Death Rattle. So I could use this to... Oh, this is always interesting because you can take out something small, then take out something big. Deal 2 damage. If only the 2 was enough to take it out. Rush, add 2 1/1 sparks. So I could kill it, and then... It's going to be basically the same result, unless you can't summon them for 2 mana. Please, please? Wait. Oh, he has to die first. Please cost 1? I forgot. Okay, good. You can take out one of them, summon the other one just as bait, I guess. Can't really do anything about the spider. That guy's gonna come back soon. Oh, it doesn't show you the count now, though. It just shows you when they first... Or will it show it here? This is such a good thing to have, too. Every card game should have this, where it keeps track of the... Like a backlog of moves. You probably should just go for face there. Like, I don't have an end game, but they don't know that. It's teasing me because I didn't get to play Chaturanga with the fucking elephant. Alec. You could have just hit me in the face for that much. Summon a bot for every bomb. I don't know how many... I mean, obviously I'm just dead. How many bombs can I have? 2. Like, really? Like, there should be a mode for that encourages custom decks somehow. If you use stuff that isn't new or in the meta, maybe there is a format like that. Like classic Hearthstone, where it encourages you to use older cards. Not that even a lot of these aren't even super old, but I mean... I don't even... That's how new everything is in this game. Like, I don't even know the stuff from WoW anymore. Like, this is not a boss that I ever saw in WoW. So, it must be from some new raid that I don't even know about. Which, by new for me, would be anything after Cataclysm, but still. At least at the beginning, it was all stuff that you would have been familiar with. I can't believe they never made Warcraft 4 either. It's kind of sad to see Blizzard's priorities. It's like what happened to Bethesda, where they were top of the world. Skyrim was like their golden goose, and then they fucking do Fallout 76 and shit. Whenever you're at the top, that's what happens, right? You forget what got you there and just try to abuse it.
Garrosh versus Rexxar.
Let the hunt begin. Victory or death.
Another hunter. Let's get rid of all this shit. And pilot. Okay, we don't need any of that. You could maybe keep the little kobold because he's going to be useful for the purposes of staying alive early game. This is a godsend to have along with the coin. So we can start to play defensively, but we have to... Like, what would I want here? I would want the shredders. Just stuff to summon to hold him off a little bit early game. Give me the 4 mana shredder. That's going to drive me crazy. 4 mana 7/7. Flame Wreath Faceless. Okay, it doesn't exactly have the most interesting names. I could see why you might not know that. That and then the Mysterious Challenger was the most bullshit fucking triggering card ever. Or summon all your secrets from the deck. That was the most annoying shit to play against ever. Now this is bad because I can't even kill it. But I still have to keep tempo going. Yeah, like what decks triggered me the most? I guess Pirate Warrior could be annoying, but I also played that a lot. By a lot, just like for one stretch. It was like the easiest rise to a high rating that I ever got. You could get from rank 20 to rank 1 in like a few hours of playing. That's the benefit. Not only was it so good, but it was so fast that win or lose, the game's going to be over quick. You'll know who's going to win. Whereas in the case of longer control decks, so you'll spend like a half an hour in this crazy long game where both people deck out and they're in fatigue and you use every last resource and then you still lose. So you just wasted half an hour to lose instead of winning 3 times in that same time or 5 times in that much time. So that's the real beauty of Pirate Warrior. It wasn't that it was good, it was that it was so fast. You didn't even have to worry about anything. Snake trap. Well, now I'm just fucked. I'll have to do... Oh, it doesn't actually redirect the attack to the snake, though. I forgot about that. Secret Paladin was sick. I always just called it 4 mana 7/7. What's your favorite hero to use in Hearthstone? I guess I ended up using Warrior more than anybody because of stuff like this. Or Mage is good. I mean, I guess everybody has a fun deck to play. Druid's concept is very cool with the mana and stuff. And choose one. So this is a very bad spot to be in, but I don't have a choice but to do this. That's going to give me 7 armor. And there's not a whole lot I can do here. Please give me the armor next turn. Please, please, please. Fuck. Now we get a charge for these, but I don't have a low cost one. I'm probably just going to die. Like most heroes, 0 skill. I hated Pirate Warrior. Yeah, and it's like a slap in the face to those people who do play like control slower decks. You spend 10 hours to get a few ranking up. You could get the same amount in like 10 minutes. Just face roll Pirate Warrior. I don't even know if they added a new class. Like, I know they did Demon Hunter, and I tried that a little bit, but did they add like a Death Knight or something? Probably not. Or a Monk. So I'm just gonna die. That's pretty much all there is to it. See, this is a bad thing. It's just, it's not a good deck. Even though it's fun. I didn't realize I had this many things in his deck, though. That actually kind of saved me. Huh. Please kill the other snake, too. I really need that armor, though, badly, dude. Please? Fuck. I forget if it goes in a fixed rotation, like where you have to get them all in 4 turns, or if it can just repeat them or do them in like 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, back to 1. Right now, it could go to the armor, then it could go back to the same damage one. Destroy a random deadly minion. They changed the picture for that, but I think I had already seen that. So if he just keeps his hero power, he's gonna kill me. Amazing. Iron Juggernaut, flip back to the hand. Is it going to be like freezing trap though or something? Please don't be freezing trap. Okay. Now we actually get to try our little tactic here. So I really need that armor, dude. It's my only heal. I'm just done for, dude. We can execute it, but Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, let's brawl on that. So can I do 2 for 1? I don't think so. Or actually, I could take a chance because I have nothing to lose. So just do this, this, and then just summon it. And I'm not even going to attack it because it doesn't matter. He'll just do some explosive trap bullshit. So we're just not getting the armor, so we just lose the game. There you go. You'd have to put something more defensive in here, which I didn't want to do. Even this card, I hesitated. It's supposed to be more offensive-minded, but in a more subtle way. Like, don't be the charge. Fucking stupid game. Just use the hero power. Come on, man. Can I play somebody besides a hunter? Like, give me a more control type of deck, in which I'll probably still lose, but it'll be more interesting. Like, let me do one more. I did win a couple, but come on. Didn't play that much Shaman. Druid, Rogue, Paladin, Control Warrior. Even Priest from time to time. Mage, of course. Freeze Mage. The evolved stuff is too much RNG. Right now there's a bug which makes one shaman card OP. Okay, here we go. I ask for control and I get a priest. Now the problem with this is they'll keep resurrecting their shit or whatever. And in this, obviously it's wild, so you have to realize they can use all the old stuff that maybe isn't prevalent anymore. So they'll be using current overpowered power creep stuff, but they'll also be using old overpowered stuff that's no longer in the system or is banned or whatever. Are there banned cards in WoW too? I feel like that would defeat the purpose, right?
Blessings to you.
Greetings.
So am I going to get something that I can actually play? Imagine if it's the Iron Juggernaut and she beats me at my own game. That did happen before once with somebody. I forget if it was Mind Vision or if it was something else that kind of... I guess that would be the main way to do it. Oh, here we go. This is a fun concept deck too. Just steal everything your opponent uses. There's like that legendary priest guy who lets you do that. Try to overdraw her. Good time to do it.
My hand is full.
Northshire Cleric. As if you need more cards. Discover a spell. Bug abuse reasons. I wonder how many people actually still play this game though. It can't be really that popular anymore. Hearthstone player count over time. Live player count. Oh, they have pretty accurate numbers. I guess a lot of it's the same people though over and over, so it has to be unique users. So 2019 there were 8 million people playing. Right now there's like 4 million, so it's been cut in half. How about before that? That's a pretty good way of showing it though. Live count 90,000 right now. It's really not bad. I mean, you kind of take it for granted. That's not a dead game by any means.
Well played.
Okay, so we do the little shredder action. There are a few problematic wildcards which would break the game. Well, not which would break the game, which probably do break the game because this is wild. We might see one of them right now. But that's the whole fun of it. In fact, I was so pissed that they didn't have wild for so long. It's like the whole fun of the game is to combine all the cards throughout its history. Why would you restrict yourself? It's the stupidest idea. And if the cards are broken, that's their fault too, for just don't design broken cards then in the first place. Like, imagine in the old school way, you'd have to, in a real card game, you'd have to reprint the card. That's such a hassle. It'd be so hard. You'd have to, you know, have people abide by it. So that's why you have to get it right the first time. It's like with bugs in video games now. You would have to literally make a new cartridge of the game, right? Like on the N64, and somehow ship it to people or take their copy back if there was a bug in the game. You wouldn't be able to just digitally update it the same way you can with cards here. So it's a big price to pay. People kind of take these things for granted. Like, oh, you can just change as many cards as you want, as many times as you want. But then they abuse it and it gets kind of farcical. Where some cards have been changed like 20, 50 times. Now they banned all the cards which literally broke the game. Even from Wild? Huh. But then what's the point? It's not Wild, it's like... So then what format can you use those in? Just nothing? So they don't... Basically they just deleted the cards from the game that are broken. I guess I have to do that. There's nothing else going on. I can't summon that guy yet. We don't have the little... This is where Dr. Boom is going to be necessary now. Because I don't have the ability to charge. So we haven't seen the N'Zoth Shredder action, at least so far.
I'm undead.
That is interesting. So they're basically shitting on their own design. We made such broken cards that we just have to ban them. Taunt. Deal damage equal to this to all minions. I mean, I guess I could summon this, but is that really worth doing right now? I think I'd rather do this, just for the sake of it. He might just mind control or shadow over death or something. Mind control costs like 8 now, I think, right? It's as close to wild as they can make it, I guess. Let's see what they got. Come on, we can win this. A control style game. They've only got 22. They gave up the heal. Wow. They have other ways of doing it though too. So would I waste a brawl on something like this? And the answer is I probably shouldn't. But if I don't, it might come back to bite me because I don't have any defensive anything. Like, it just seems stupid to do. Let's just not even do it. Let's not even use armor. We'll go full aggressive because Priest can't do too much damage and she's going to mind blast me twice probably. It is like a Shadow Priest. I like how they incorporate the specs in a logical way. Like, you can kind of play as every spec if you really want for every class. Just use like only frost spells as a mage. Not that you even had to do that in WoW. Like, you could still use anything as any class. It just made it better. Come on, this is like the final game. We want to make sure we win. I'm only playing this because Chaturanga wasn't working too. That's what I wanted to play. But we could maybe incorporate this somehow. Alright. 4-6. Oh yeah, this is the one I was talking about.
Well played.
Oh, I could actually do that if I wanted. Like I could, but I don't really want to do it. Because I'll have all my bombs in there too. So now let's just do Brawl, I guess. Like I could return it to my hand and then play it. But I'll just die if I do that. Or could I just use this? Wait, does it do it to only enemy minions? Let's do this. Wait, is Reborn? It already did the Reborn though. They don't have enough to be able to actually summon anything. We'll just give more cards. Probably should do this first, though, I think. So you got a couple bombs in there already, but you're topped off. And again, my only source of healing is that stupid hero card. So before that, you can imagine that how easy this deck was to burn down, because it didn't have even that little bit of armor. Even the dry whisker thing wasn't there at the beginning. Why not just keep poking me with that? I guess they don't know how limited my healing is. We can do this to hit and then... What? Oh, fuck. I don't have the charge. I'm so used to having it. She's got too many cards left, too. It's unlikely she's going to just draw those back to back. But it can happen. Like, there's 3 in her deck right now, and she draws them all back to back to back, and I just win. Epic moments of RNG and card gaming, which is like it's like internal RNG in a card game. It's already random, the fact that the order in which you draw your cards. So how can it be argued that it's not worse than to have cards that themselves have random effects? So it's a random chance to draw a card inside of which you have a random chance to do something else, to discover or to have a certain effect. So it was not the greatest idea, but what the fuck do I do about this? I don't even have the dry whisker stuff. Because like even if I kill those, they'll become stronger. Oh, I guess I could kill them first then. Wait. They get reborn back though. What is this? I guess I could do cleave, so it'll kill some of them. What I'm really missing here is the Dr. Boom thing, the hero. That could have been really good. Wait, but they don't even have... I don't really understand what happened there. Why did they get reborn and then reborn again? For the same ones. Wait, let's try one of these in here then. Just use anything you want. Because that's the point of a card game. Why would you restrict your own pool of cards? It's such a stupid idea, and it shows some of the inherent flaws of the game, but you know what I mean? Like, why would that be a bad thing to have more options? That is literally what's so fun about it, is that you can combine the oldest card with the newest card and still have some synergy or fun sort of overlap.
Garrosh versus
Okay, last game.
Renounce.
I don't know what happened with that stupid
Burns with holy fire.
variance page.
Your death.
I'll check it again. I still want to do one fucking game of Chaturanga, even after all this. Let's do 4 and 3. It's gonna be a paladin who always used to whoop warriors back in the day because one could heal, the other couldn't. What, like when Swifty beat that paladin, that was the most ridiculous thing ever. You could say it's scripted or something, but he used Divine Shield, he used everything, and he still beat him somehow. He had like Hand of Rag. Like, people always try to discredit those, like somehow it's scripted or this or that. Like, you gotta just give him credit even for his showmanship. Nobody's saying like, oh, he's the best player ever, but just the way he presented it counts for something. It's like Alex Botez. She's not a great chess player, truly, but she presents herself in such a way that gets her a cult kind of following, cult of personality. We're just gonna get fucking schlonged right now. Always this early game AoE precedent that you need, and I never have. Warpath would be perfect here, but I just don't have it.
Nothing scares me, except mice.
Selfless hero. This kind of works in a way. I mean, I don't have much of a choice. Only good thing you could do here is pop it back to your hand and decide like, okay, maybe I'll play it again. With if I had the 2 mana Brewmaster. Look at this, dude. What do I do, man? If I don't get Brawl, I'm just done. So stupid. Warpath would work, maybe a little. I just can't do anything, man. Look at how many turns I'm giving to her, dude. You need more AoE stuff and more defensive stuff to actually make this work, but maybe I'm just baiting her to summon something stronger or more. Like maybe I had Brawl the whole time and I'm just choosing not to play it until I really feel threatened. Like let her go all in. Like, oh, he must not have Brawl. He'd have to top deck it. I like that you can actually see whether they top decked it or not too. Like she'll see which card I play, so she would know I didn't have it. Now even if I got it, just rub it in my face.
Astonishing.
So stupid. I just can't do anything about it. Dude. I'll do some Renounce Darkness action here. I actually got pretty high up with Renounce Darkness one time, like top 5 rating. Not like in the legend tier, but like ranks 1 through 5. With just purely, I mean, I wouldn't always use Renounce, but I had it in there and I would make a point to try to use it, so it was pretty surprising. I forget what exact season that was at. What is Hearthstone? It returns you to your last inn that you visited or the inn that you set your home to. So I will do Renounce, so it doesn't matter a great deal what else I have, but I guess you could still play the early game. You missed my death in Diablo. I was doing so good and then I AFK'd out. There's no way to pause the damn game, so... Oh yeah, we got Malkazar too. This is a very fun deck. I knew that was gonna happen too. I lose to AFK. So this is just like all about stuff that doesn't belong in your deck. I also have Elise Trailblazer, so you have like 3 cards that give you cards that don't really belong. The problem with this is you have to draw as many cards as you can first. Otherwise, you're not gonna... You might get card draw out of the Renounce cards, but you can't rely on it, so you should wait. So having 2 Renounce is obviously pointless. Lost to the beep. That's the true hard mode. You never know when it's gonna happen. That's next level. I would have been world first. I wonder how that would work. Like, has somebody actually done that? Permadeath, Diablo, Immortal. Does anybody even care about that? I feel like I could have been the first one, because a lot of people have played the game till the end, But maybe well, it's too late to find out now because I'm obviously it's over. Obviously, Flame Tongue is worse. No hardcore, so no one cares. Totem Golem is pretty good. In line with the 4 mana 7/7. Yeah, that could be my specialty. I'll just pick up all the world first that nobody cares about. Like Luigi's Mansion Super Hard mode is really hard, but nobody's even heard of it or knows what it is because you combine like 3 different hard modes into one. I guess I could just do this. Like, it's not really worth doing. But see, I'm waiting too long. You gotta just do it now. Yeah, that was a stupid sequence of plays, but you should be able to win at 10 bronze chicken rank to fucking do this, though. Get 10 mana now, big dragon. But that won't go away either. So we should be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's draw a card. And now we can do it. Now we get a whole bunch of cool stuff. Give a friendly minion +2 health. So we have to take what we get and make it work. This is like Arena and Constructed. I love this so much. One of the coolest ideas in the whole history of this game. Unfortunately, the first turn is kind of weak. I guess I could still poke. No, I can't. Fuck. No big deal. It's not like his board is too threatening. Let's look at the options we got. Interfire on every minion in your deck. Which again, they're going to be mostly priest minions now, so it should be good. Can't do that yet, even if I wanted to. Give a minion +4/+7 and taunt and summon an ally. This is amazing to kind of stem the tide and sort of... This is exactly what you want from a Renounce draw because it's going to delay a few turns and let you set something up if they have a threatening board. So that might be what I do. Colossal? I don't know what Colossal is. When someone spawns X additional appendages, but as long as they don't have taunt, it doesn't really matter. Silence all enemy minions. They're not really that threatening, so let's just do this for now. Yeah, if he has something more formidable, I might do it. Isn't this just like the original Silence, except far better? It's tradable and it silences all of them, not just one. Like, what kind of busted card is this? I guess it costs a little bit more normally. Wait, how much less do the Renounce cards actually cost? Is it 1 or 2? It must only be 1. Why do I feel like... Yeah, that'd be way too busted. You'd think I would know that, being the Renounce expert that I am. Okay, it's no big deal still. But do we have any AoE capacity? See, we'll summon a whole bunch of appendages, but... It's like... Wait. It's not like they'll have charge or anything. Summon a 5/5 copy of a minion in your deck. I guess we could trade this. And it's all enemy minions too, so... This should be good actually, fuck it. It just makes them all useless. After you play a minion, destroy it and summon a 4/4 failed student. I don't know why I'd want that. I don't know what this is, but it's a good, beefy... It just looks good. So let's destroy whatever threat we can. This is good. Oh, it has life... Wait, why didn't I see that? I was so distracted by the Colossal, I didn't even see the lifesteal. So this should be an easy win now, because we have so much going for us. Obviously, these guys are not very good at this rank, but what can I do? I have to work my way up somehow. So 12, 13. We have Deathwing in our back pocket if we really need it, but I tend to never use it. Just one of those cards that you probably shouldn't even have. Costs 1 less for each time Your health has changed during your turns. Flesh Giant. Summon a 5/5 copy of a minion in your deck. I kind of want to do this one. So why don't we just do those two together? That should be fine. 8, 8, 5, 5. I'm kind of overcommitting a little bit, but let's try to clean this shit up a little bit. Add a lackey to your hand, I don't really care. So this is like an ideal example of how Renounce works, assuming their board isn't flooded more dangerously than it was, which is often not going to happen. Right? This guy's just obviously using a trash deck. By which I mean a deck that isn't super power creeped and over busted. We should just have lethal, shouldn't we? 8, 16, 21. Yeah, I think he's just dead. I could toy with him a little bit, but let's not. Show him an honorable kill. Try to get it exact. 16. Whatever. It seems a little stuttery today, this too. That was the big issue with actually Immortal, was it was stuttering every once in a while. Could be an open beta thing. I got stuck only once, I guess. Overwatch, I already had that. Sometimes it just does pop-ups. I could do a ton of Arena, too. Just like my favorite part of Arena isn't actually playing Arena, it's just drafting and seeing what you get. Alright, we got the coin. So basically here you have to flip for Renounce. That's all I want in this deck, right? I don't want to actually just play the game. See, now this one's ruined. I don't care about winning or losing. You gotta win a certain way. We get the little Malkazar. Now it might just be impossible to actually get it. We mulligan our whole hand for it.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Copy a card in your opponent's deck and add it to your hand. Maybe she'll get Renounce Darkness too. Honestly, the coin might not even be a bad idea to do there just because you're so desperate for it. So now we're going to lose just hunting for it. Because if I was resigned myself to the fact that I'm not going to get it, I just have to get it before I get to like 10 cards. So like next turn would be good. I could coin, do it. Priests aren't really a big aggro threat either, but it could be still dangerous to just leave it sitting here. You could do that to draw a card. Get some board presence. Give me Renounce. Fuck. Give me Renounce. He's just not going to do it. So you have to throw away the coin now just for the fuck of it. This is a pretty good position still to do it, but I have to get it quick. I'll have 2 more draws. In fact, I won't because I have too many cards now.
Count your blessings,
Man. That's just bad luck. I mean, I have 2 of them. I mulligan for it. Once Malkazar gets in the fray, it's just too much. We'll do that. Now, even if I got it, I couldn't play it. Now it's going to be the card that burns here. So stupid. I don't even care, dude. I'll just resign. Or I'll make it a Deathwing kind of game. Oh, that's the one. We haven't seen that yet. Just ways to mix up your deck and make it as alien to a Warlock as possible. What are the chances of that? I guess I'll just play it more normally now. Pretty sad. Like we might win an actual normal game of Hearthstone. That's not allowed here. Alright, we're just gonna die. Won't even get a chance to play Deathwing or anything. Wait, did they reduce that to 2? When did that happen? So many of these things I don't remember if they did happen while I still... Well, it might have happened because I would come back occasionally to play it, but I certainly wasn't playing frequently. We can bring ourselves down to 1 and then kill this. If this was to die, we would die anyway, so that'd be kind of a cool way to finish us off. Like, he'll just kill it himself. And no dying allowed. He's making it harder to kill, though. So, again, we don't have any healing in this deck. Kind of like... Holy shit. like the Iron Juggernaut flip deck. It's just a question. Now it's got to turn into something that's going to heal me. We waited the whole game. This is the kind of epic comeback that you live for. But I just don't have... I just don't have anything. Set the health. Oh. This is what I mean. Like, you can clutch victory from the jaws of defeat with this unpredictable, amazing stuff that they couldn't. I should have done it in the opposite order.
Who are we hitting today?
Wait. Oh, it doesn't even matter, though. Wait. I thought it was... Oh, it's only... It's only, HP, not damage. Never mind. Alright. But that's still the cool scenario where I thought if I could have killed that myself, I guess it would have killed him. Or if I had only 1 damage, sort of. Stuck at chicken rank. We just need to get the Renounce early for this to actually work.
Gul'dan versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Your soul shall be mine.
Zons don't want any of that shit. You don't want anything but Renounce, as a matter of fact. See, it can be fun. It's just annoying sometimes. Now, doing Draxes against a mage can be kind of suicide, but it's not like we want to play for the long game anyway. We're just waiting for Renounce. But as a last resort, we'd have to think about it. Wait a second. The 5 armor thing is... Yeah, they gave him that. So you start with 15 and then 5 armor? So that makes it way better than it used to be. So you'll have 20 health, but of course it's not permanent. They must have done that around the Death Knight thing. Which of course I was playing then, I just don't remember it being added. Huh. There's so many things I don't remember.
Time runs out on me.
Oh, here we go, dude. Everybody's a roper. Why are you doing this, dude?
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
There's nothing I can even do either. Like, just have to wait for it. Resurrect a friendly minion of each minion type. Well, we're gonna have a lot of demons here, so we better get some fucking Renounce action first. They'll give us a better variety. What does that even mean, minion type? Like beast, demon. Like this one doesn't even have one. You call it like a faceless, part of the old god family. God of the Deep. That's not actually his official title. Like Yogg-Saron is God of Death, Cthulhu is God of... I forget actually, Madness or just something like that. We do have more of a Warlock setup this game. Or we could just play the long game and so you can play one of these on top of the other. So you have to decide. It'd be better to play Gul'dan first. Or I don't really know. How would that help? I guess you can get the demon summon thing out of it and then do that as a last resort, or you could do it the opposite. I guess I'll do Defile. I almost want to play a Warlock game here now. Like, this is such a good... Yeah, we can always... That's the beauty of Renounce, too. You can always just decide not to play it. Or I can save it for the very end. But it won't be as good at the end. That's the problem. It's like a last resort that could save you, but... Like, you're missing lethal and you have a full slate of mana. So you just Renounce and hope you get it, which is somewhat likely. You could get a spell. Or like a charge or something. There's really not very many charged minions in the newer cards. It feels like it's always rush. Because everything's already too fast paced.
An incredible discovery.
Only a 2-3, so I could Renounce now. But I just can't decide. That's actually a horrible idea because I thought I'd still be able to play it. I don't know why I thought that. Explosive runes. Alright, dude. We'll just do it. You have to play a mage too. Fill your hand with random mage spells after your turn. Discard them. Draw a card if you played a Naga. Nothing that's going to heal me. So that was a whole botch turn. I should have just played slow and played for the end game with the Warlock. Which I don't mind doing some games. It's just it's boring. Then you may as well just not even do Renounce. It's not a bad hand, it's just I need some healing or I'm just gonna die. After you cast a spell, deal 1 damage to an enemy minion. At the end of your turn, draw 3 cards. That kind of does synergize. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy. So is there some way I can deal with the other one? If you control a secret, I don't have a secret. Deal 1 damage to all enemies. I just have to hope that this hits there. And it does. He doesn't look the same when he's not a lich. He looks too ordinary there. I guess I should just summon this to have something on the board. Improved by spell damage. If you control a secret, after you cast a spell, deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion. I guess I'm not going to have any secrets anytime soon, I don't think. I need like a frost armor or something. Just any kind of health. I probably would have done better if I just didn't do summon 3 1/3s when they die, destroy all minions and awaken. Just don't have the time for that kind of thing. Don't have much else going though, to be fair. Give me a spell that's actually gonna matter here. After your opponent casts a spell, summon 4. Side quest, spend 8 mana on spell, summon 6/6 dragon, deal 4 to a minion. Cost 1 if you played an elemental last turn. I could play just all of them, or wait, why is this so expensive? Summon a 4-cost minion. Spend 8 mana on spells is probably... I guess I could just do these 2 together. Deal 4 to a minion. So now he only has a 2-attack thing, but I only have 9 HP. I guess he's left to wonder what it could be. It could be Ice Block for all he knows. So that's not so bad. This is a pretty cool card, but it's just going to take forever to... And is it like a silence situation where if they silence one of the warders, it doesn't happen? Or it's just guaranteed no matter what? Or like, I guess if he polymorphs it, that would be a situation where that could happen. Oh, I thought it was a 4/4. Oh no, random 4 cut. Never mind.
Look how it burns.
Just don't have enough HP. That's often the problem with these themed decks. They just don't have the longevity because every deck has to just be super end game tanky. This isn't going to do anything. When you draw this, we technically didn't draw it. We just transformed it from another card. That's why that didn't happen. First spell costs 0. Too bad I don't have any spells. I guess I could just do this. But what if she... What if it's mirror entity? I should have maybe done that. Okay. Still hanging in there, but he could have just a fireball or whatever. Should very easily be over. Yeah, mage is questionable. It's got to be somebody who has some healing capability, right? You'll find that you'll do a lot better with paladin and priest than most others, just because they can help you survive the early game burst. There's just not much I can do here. This is going to be a resurrect a friendly minion of each minion type. I guess I should just try it, or I could do add a flame geyser to your hand. Like, really, what would be the best play here? Nothing is even good. Do we get a taunt or something? I don't even know. What does that mean? What, I didn't have any minions of any type die? Okay. Okay, so this is my spell canceller thing, and the stupid thing is they kind of like they removed a lot of base cards even from wild, so I don't get the point of that. Like, you can't use polymorph and shit. I have to change it a little bit, but the whole theme with this is you have the Trogs and the Nerubians and the secrets that all counter spell. So you have counter spell, you have spellbender, you have the legendary Trog, you have all the other Trogs, at least the good ones like the Forecost and you have Lotheb. So you're just trying to frustrate them and wear them out with the spells that they're trying to cast. It's very fun, but it's also not very good. It wasn't even very good at that time. Let's see what we got. So you have very little in the way of defensive stuff. Jaina is basically, it's kind of like with the Iron Juggernaut flip thing, where sort of the only even duplicate you want to use on Trog Zor to just get more and more and frustrate them. You have all the minions who are immune to spells as well. So it just completely shuts down that aspect of the game. You have very few AoEs. You can't even use Flame Strike now because of fucking whatever they did. I don't know why that would be considered an illegal card for Wild. What's the point of Wild if you can't use every card? But you only have like one Blizzard, one Volcanic Potion or whatever. And obviously this isn't accounting for the new cards because I just played this for the first time in years yesterday, but whatever. It's just such a cool idea because all this stuff is so sticky. How are you going to get rid of any of it? We have some of the low cost stuff too, like the Fairy Dragon and the little 2-1, I think for 1. That's also immune to spells. So yeah, you want to... I mean, again, these decks are gonna suck, which is fine, but you put this when you feel like they're gonna do something of maybe more consequence with a spell, like maybe late game. So we'd want to get one of these sticky guys to just sit there for a bit. And then the really salt in the wounds aspect of this is he'll cast a spell, we'll summon a Trog, but then we'll still counter it too. So he won't even get it off after all that. So he has spell power. It looks like he wants to cast a spell. Too bad you're not going to be able to this whole game. Or you won't have a target for it besides me. It's such an awesome idea. Like in Yu-Gi-Oh! With the fucking Jinzo spell canceller, it's just such an awesome idea. Maybe there are ways to make it better, but that would take away maybe from the essence of it. It's just very on point with like how true to that concept it is. So now he's not going to be able to kill either of these, or you have to use something crazy to do it, like poison seeds. So I am picking on maybe just random scrub decks, but again, this is not a good deck in itself. We have Jaina and we have Sogot the Slitherer, who was much better at the time. Probably now they're better immune cards. What is it even called? Like, there's a name for it. Evasive or ethereal or something. It doesn't actually say it here. Fairy Dragon is good. We have a Rush. So now's where you want to put this. This you almost want to use it with Trogzor too. Like when only Trogzor is on the board, right? And the point is with any of these, you'll get even more minions that can't be targeted. So that makes it very annoying for them. So like we're going to put pressure and just do this. Now he's very eager to get rid of it, but he's not going to be able to. Or he'll have to cast 2 spells to do it. So he has a coin though too. That's the stupid part. I fucked up. But I guess you can't really play around the coin because, well, he messed up. Yeah, why not just use a coin there? Or did he already use it? And I wasn't paying attention. He just shut him down. And now the next time you do it, we'll do yet another. Those two almost go together too well, though. In fact, I'm not even going to bother. Well, I can't decide. Now I should play off a little bit, because now he might do some crazy AoE like poison seeds. Right, that's gonna destroy me. If that card's even still usable. Again, it is just a garbage deck, but still. That we're playing against and with. 28. So now this is the perfect combo. Either this and this or that. Now we'll just go all in with the counter spell. We're kind of overcommitting our board, but he's gonna have to coin and stuff. That's the only weakness of it sometimes is, yeah, if he just does like a 1 mana spell, it's a waste of 3 mana for me. Like that. There's not much I can do though, otherwise he might just never cast it. Not really concerned about that. But the idea with this is either this will be the highest priority target to take out, or so he'll kill it first anyway, or it'll be the only thing on the board. Like if he wipes my board, I'll summon 7 and 10
Can't do that.
and just deal with it. We'll just do that, and we may as well just summon stuff like this. Why not? So look how sticky these are. He can't get rid of them. Swipe isn't gonna work. Wrath isn't gonna work. None of the fucking what is it called? Starfire. What's the 5 mana spell called with the fucking does 2 damage to everything? It's just not gonna be enough. I'm sure there's crazy, you know, like Twisting Nether could work, but that's a hard commit anyway. And you could be using it just on like a 4/6, 2/2, 3/2. The 7/7 I didn't even have to put down. I'm just getting like overzealous here. They changed some of these pictures, or is that just because it's golden? No, it looks totally different. +2 and +2. Nice, dude. Amazing. As Jaina would say.
Amazing.
She stole Jesse Lee Peterson's catchphrase. Wait, he's still not even dead, though. Okay, we don't want to get too overconfident here. I could show off the Trogzor effect. Like, so play your last good spell that clears my board, and then I'll still do it. Just kind of wear them out. But again, it's very susceptible to getting rushed down and sort of... I don't have good crowd control and stuff. So if you summon a lot of weenies, I'm not going to be able to deal with them, or I'll have to hope that this can stick. I could do 5, 6. You got Lotheb too. Let's do like that. Too bad I can't do Jaina still. We'll do this, and we could do this now, but I still don't even want to. So look at how many turns either his spells haven't had a target, or they've been countered, or now it's going to cost 5 more. It's just so satisfying to see that. Just a consistent, absolute kick in the nuts for trying to use spells. Again, it'd be better against a better deck, but probably not, really. It'd be more satisfying, at least. I guess I could do Jaina. He is kind of dragging this out longer than I would have expected. Is he gonna do like an OTK with the fucking Gurabashi? It's possible that he might. He'll do like fucking double Moonfire, all kinds of crazy crap. Defile, fucking somehow. Like, this is how hard it is to win even at... It's not even hard, it's just like, look how much time commitment I'm taking to win a game at rank 10 chicken mode. Like, what the fuck, dude? Hey, welcome back, Madman. So he's putting up a good fight here towards the end. I kind of just wanted to show off the one aspect here with the... I guess I could combine these two together. That would do only 4. And then I can just sack Lotheb into him. There, the Gurubashi. He's only got 2 HP left. If he somehow wins this, that'd be incredible. How goes the bullcrap of this game? Yeah, I don't really play it anymore, but
Where shall I strike?
I still have some of my old classic fun decks to try. Not competitively though, of course. I'm just impressed the game is still around and people still play it. Like, it's been so long. Man, he is actually sticking through. We could do duplicate, but I don't want him to overrun the board either. So we can do the 5 and do this. And then we'll do maybe that, just for the sake of it. He's gonna do like a Mechathune or some shit at the end. I can't believe how I'm giving this guy. I guess I didn't really have a chance to win, but it just feels like I'm toying with him.
We must stop this.
Can you just let me show off my Trogzor final combo? I'm just like getting a sadistic pleasure out of trying to line that up, but he's not letting me do it. Because you're so helpless. Even if you kill it, I just get more, and you summon more of the little Trogs. It's so awesome. It takes like too much setup for what it's worth, but I like it. Let's do... Yeah, nice spell. Better enjoy those while you can still cast them. Oh, he's gonna do it twice. Okay, he is making it worthwhile. But he's doing it to draw cards. 10 mana on minions. Summon something from your deck. You could also do Spellbender. Well, there's no better time to do it than now. Just kill that. So let's see what he does. Either we're going to get some Trogs, or we're going to get more Trogs this way. So it works so well now because we only have that. So it's not like he can bypass it. Unless he turns it like Polymorph or fucking Poison Seeds or something. Infinite Lifesteal. Is that a thing that you can do now with certain decks? Lifesteal was even barely a mechanic when I played. Return an enemy minion to your opponent's hand. I guess that's one way to bypass it. Now it should get the +2 though still. Wait, what? Did they change it? It used to get it even once it was summoned. He's gonna slow pace me a little bit. Well, now there's too much other shit going on, so we'll do this plus this. Oh wow, he's actually gonna start to give me some trouble here. So now we don't have a choice with duplicate. Yeah, I swear it used to work like that. Summon a minion from your deck. It's only a 5/5. Come on, dude, I can't even beat this trash deck. Holy shit. He's got 7 HP, dude. All these tanky, beefy things. I have to be able to summon some kind of... Yeah, that's not even that good now. He kind of ruined it. He's got quite a bit of damage incoming. Let's just do this. And maybe this. And maybe this. I don't think the taunt is even that good here, but just try to slow down the pace a little bit. You got some Savage Roar one-shot coming. Well, 11 hours. Do you ever go to eat or use the bathroom? Yeah, I do. Eating is for the weak. Alright, so he takes both of those. I don't really have any AoEs with this deck, so... He's totally gonna Mechathune me at the end, watch. Be so stupid.
I must safeguard the land.
So that doesn't actually work to silence it because he still gives lifesteal. Oh no. Oh, I thought that was Savage Roar. Never mind. That's good. Is he gonna kill me? If not this turn, probably soon. Oh, that's kind of helpful actually a little bit. Give me a little shield. You did it to yourself, dude. But he's staying alive pretty well, man. He freezes himself. Yeah, this is the problem now. The AoE aspect is going to be bullshit. He can just ignore it and just rush me down. He's got 15, 18, 20 damage. So even if he kills it and I resummon it, so what? I'm just going to die. Actually losing to a trash tier deck. Why can't you use like Flame Strike anymore? What did they do? How can you ruin Wild? No Flame Strike, no... Oh, he's still playing defensive though. Too bad he didn't cast any spells. That's cute and all, but I'm not going to survive. What the fuck, dude? I'm actually dead. I don't get what they did to some of these cards. Why is Polymorph and Flame Strike not playable? I don't get it. Let's just try again, whatever. So stupid. What's your favorite potato dish? I guess mashed potatoes are good, or even fries. Mashed potatoes with bacon cheese. I don't think you're supposed to lose.
Jaina versus Jaina.
Okay, let's try a mage matchup. I don't really understand how that happened, but... I don't even mind this, because you're not going to have a ton of low-cost stuff. And I guess his coin is what saved him. That's why he won, Kappa. That was the difference in the game. So he can coin into a turn 3 thing. Cast a Fire Frost and Arcane spell. So I should be able to counter that pretty hard. And again, this was such an awesome card at the time, but now it's trash, probably. I'm sure there's better examples of the same sort of purpose. Even the 7/7 for 7. Is it really worth 2 mana for 2 health to give up 2 attack? Obviously not. Just do that. The Evasive Dracnoid, which I do have in here. I think we just played it. I guess you can't really get too overconfident early game. Actually losing at chicken level 10. And it's not even like that was a power creep issue. Maybe a little bit, but he wasn't using like a ton of super new cards. So we'll do this one since he just can't do anything. See, now the idea with this is you bait him out. Because it's like, oh, he has to summon something to attack it, so let him try. And then once he does, I'll block it with the taunt. So then his spell, he can't use a spell now, and he won't be able to use a spell on that either. So whatever he summoned to attack it is going to get blocked too. So you could just summon this first, but what's the point, right? Only summon if you have something to cover. So he's going to get punished for trying to use spells, unless he just fireballs it, unless you can't use that either anymore. Alright, that's acceptable. I'm not sure really what to do next. Can't summon the Nerubian yet. He's giving it a ton of attack, but it doesn't matter. Why would you freeze it first and then do that? What the fuck? Shouldn't you at least... We got Flame Strike, even though we're not allowed to use it apparently. What is this game? I guess I'll do... this? Like, I don't even know now what to do. What is that effect? At the start of your turn, copy a spell. Wait, how can he use it but not me? I better check that again. After this game. Wild Flame Strike. Huh. The bot is smart, apparently.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
Oh yeah, it looks like a bot because of that. Okay, let's do Is he gonna be... This is actually a good one where if it's mirror entity, I can just punish him twice as much. This is gonna cost 2 more for spells. Doesn't matter to me because my spells are mostly reactive and stuff that's meant to increase his spell torment anyway. 6 mana when you had 5. Let's see. Just go for the kill with only 27 HP left. The Spellbender is good because he's going to try to target the Nerubian and it's not going to work. Oh shit. He's got the same idea. Good one. Deal 3 damage, shuffle and ignite. Look how much commitment he's gonna have to do just to get rid of this. Stall for time. What do we summon next? We can summon the charge, the rush. Probably these two together. It's like the core experience of this game could be so good, but they choose instead to make it so stupid. Let's just do this, this, this. Overcommit, let him AoE me down, whatever. And just get it over with. That is really a dumb move, but you at least can't use like Cone of Cold. You would have to do like Flame Strike, which you can't even use, or Blizzard. Why the heck can't you use Flame Strike? I'm very curious. Even though I have it, as I'm saying that, I gotta look at that rule again. Is it gonna be like the explosive secret? Apparently it's nothing. So we don't have to overcommit beyond that. Let's just wait. Which is kind of what got me killed last time, but he shouldn't be able to deal with all this. Beautiful board. Untouchable. This is like an untouchable pawn structure in chess. You just can't do anything about it. You just sit there and take it. He's killing his own pieces in desperation. So you gotta get him down to exactly 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 2. Spell damage plus 2. The next minion you draw inherits these powers. That's not even a great power. Like, who cares? Oh, we can use the thing here. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. When one of your minions okay, we just went straight out. Where was it last game though? You get a 2-star bonus. Endless chicken rank. You need Tiny Fin. I was using that in my Renounce Darkness deck earlier. That was pretty fun actually. The problem is you just die so quickly because of unless you get a healing class like a priest or a paladin or something. Okay, let's see how many we can win in a row. Shaman. They had a little love affair going in the lore.
Of the elements.
You asked for it.
She always had a thing for Thrall. She was enthralled by him, you could say. Actually, his name means the opposite of that, though. Although it could be a double meaning, like the fact that he was a thrall. But then he obviously enthralls everybody else with his leadership skills. Deal 2 damage. Dredge. What is dredge? Steal one of my cards? Look at the 3 bottom cards of your deck. Put one on top. On the top of your deck or on the top of the 3? That means you must be expecting to play a very long game. Well, we have Jaina at least, which is good. Even though we lost against a random druid when we had that. you don't really even want it to come down to that, but it's a good last resort. Or like I said, it's the only defensive capability you have. There's 0 healing, 0 defensive stuff. I guess there's taunts for what that's worth, but this is going to be what's annoying. I just don't have anything. I guess I could have just done it. I just have no minions to play right now. The way this really gets rolling is you get like a turn 2 fairy dragon, turn 3 something, I don't know, turn 4 like a trog or this, turn 5 spectral knight, turn 6 Nerubian, and then you get like Trogzor plus duplicate. Way too late with the fairy dragon, but I guess I'll still do it. Let's see what he comes up with. I'd love to see how far this can actually go, but the sad reality is it probably can't go far at all. Like maybe just a silver at best. Or I'd have to tweak it and add a bunch of new bullshit, but keep the essence still there. It's just so many cards are there just for the theme, not because they're actually good. Like it's not really worth it to do this. Secretly choose to counter the next minion or spell your opponent plays. Yeah, speaking of counter spell stuff. The next minion or spell. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to have to do both eventually anyway. I'm not going to have... It's not like I have a cheap spell to just use. They're all going to be secrets and stuff. So he's going to counter spell, the ultimate. Or like better yet, when a mage counterspells counterspell, so they already have it down and you try to cast it. It's like, what's the point of that play? Spellbender. So we know it's not a minion, so we may as well just do this. And then we'll try to... See, we're going to have to do Jaina just to stay alive now. It's such a slow, stupid game right now. It's not even predicated on them having to cast spells, but you kind of force them to cast spells by having good minions on the board, which I don't this game at all. I've had like what, just 2 fairy dragons and this guy. Deal 1 damage, nice. Can't cast a spell. He's just realizing that fact. That's what I live for with this. Just watch them try to mouse over and realize, oh shit, I can't do anything. We can take that sucker out. Try to get to the Jaina time. Perfect. I'm surprised he didn't try to take it out. Like, try to hit the 2-4. Just let it sit there. This was my favorite concept in the game, but for so long, there were no cards that actually did it. Like in vanilla Hearthstone, there was just like the fairy dragon and nothing else, right? It took them a very long time to add more elusive cards, whatever it's called. I think elusive is correct. It doesn't actually say it though on the card. Like in the bold text. So one more turn before Jaina. So worst case I could AoE if he really stacks up his board. Yeah, this one and the Iron Juggernaut one are so awesome. And I can even take credit, like I invented them because they're so bad that nobody else would even think to use them. Especially now. Deal 1 damage to all minions. Or all enemy minions. Okay, not really that big of a deal. He's really struggling to get rid of them, you can tell. So the next spell I cast, he's going to counter. So I may as well just do it now. Wait, I thought he put that up for a reason. Whatever. You know, the funny thing with this is, you know it's not going to work on these because he can't cast spells on them anyway. So either he has to silence it and then attack it with the spell, and then it'll get misdirected, or he could buff his own stuff and it gets misdirected, or he could wait for the very few non-immune to magic enemies that I have, minions that I have, like the Trog or whatever. So you can kind of dictate what that's going to happen with very easily. Let's just kill this stupid thing. Oh, that was a mistake. Because he's struggling to kill them. I shouldn't have done that. Whatever. We just do Jaina next turn and hope that carries me. So that's actually not even going to work. I'm so confused as to what he did there, where he secretly decided to counter my next thing and it didn't do anything. My next spell went off and my next minion was summoned without a hitch. I don't get it. Maybe he just chose to do nothing. That's why it's a secret. Freeze a minion, draw a card. Now you'll freeze my minion, but you'll still draw a card. Or no, it was counterspell first. Oh, it's interesting which one takes precedent there. So it countered it before it bended it. We could do this. I guess I can wait a turn and then do it. Unless he's gonna buff up like crazy. We should be safe now at least. Yeah, this is there just because it's so bullshit overpowered and serves such a great defensive purpose. 5 armor plus lifesteal plus freezing them. Freeze a minion, yeah, that's what you get for trying to freeze a frost elemental. What are you thinking, dude? Adequate karma. So we could just flame strike now and then use a little hero power to get another one. See how desperate he is to get rid of it, but it's all in vain. We could do either or, it doesn't really matter. Or no, we should do this. At the end of the turn, okay. Look at how much shit he's got, dude. That's the feeling you get with these games over time. Like with Yu-Gi-Oh! You sit there the first turn in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! For like 10 minutes. And you're like, do I get to play yet or what? Synchro summon, this, that. Oh, I fucked myself. Because I thought it wouldn't do 5. That's my bad. But like, it's the same thing here. Like, how many things do you have, dude? And I could say the same about myself, but this deck isn't really like that. Everything serves like a very singular purpose. To counter a spell or to misdirect it or to whatever. Like protect something. A lot of these secrets are built around Trogzor because he's going to be the only one who actually benefits from them. Which is kind of what I want. Let's just do another counter spell. Oh, why didn't I just make another elemental with that? That's so stupid of me. It's just infinite value, and even then I don't want to take it. Imagine freezing a water elemental. What does the world come to? Like, there should be some immunity class in this. Like, fire stuff is immune to fire, and that might make it too complex, but... What is that? Did he cast it? Summon 4 random 5-cost minions, make them 2/2. So you're doing it more so for the effects, I guess. We could do duplicate on... See, now even duplicate on the water elemental is still fine. It's not great, but... just more healing. This was definitely the strongest hero power of all the Death Knights. Gul'dan's battle cry was great because you summon like all your demons, but... just so nuts. And you even get to use other elementals to heal too. Seven, 3. Man, I feel bad that I died to AFK and Diablo. That was actually pretty fun. So now we can get it down to 1 health and we don't even have to worry about it because I should have still gotten a water elemental. Why am I doing that? Whatever. Now you can't even kill this with a spell, and you can't cast spells cheaply, so what do you do? With only 7 mana, because you overloaded yourself. That 1 damage is so tempting. Even if you were a mage, though, you couldn't get rid of it. Summon 3 Piranha Swarmers. Does that mean they have Rush? Of course. But that does give me more ammunition for the elementals, but he chooses not to do it strategically. Amazing. Just non-stop, dude. You're never gonna get a moment's rest here. So you got the 2 elementals in reserve, which is not great, but I really want Trogzora one of these times. We haven't gotten good value. 10 damage is still not enough to kill. Would have been nice if it left the other one with 1-8. No, it wouldn't have mattered. Fuck. Deal 2 damage and dredge. Why does that matter if it's on the bottom of your deck? It must mean put it on top. It doesn't even say what dredge does now. Put 1 on top. On top of what though? On top of the bottom or on top of the whole thing? So he's giving us a free opportunity here to get 3 water elementals. What are you gonna do about that, dude? Amazing. Somehow these people always have an answer for everything though. Like, why are you only a bronze 10 chicken with this kind of crazy crap? There must be far more busted stuff out there. Freeze, man. Stop trying to freeze them.
The storm is in me.
I grow cold to your freezing tactics. Alright, come on. So we want to get something with 1 health. He gives me the perfect thing. We can just do this forever, dude. When one of your things is attacked, I'm going to copy. No point in even doing it. So any spell he uses to try to get rid of the elementals is going to punish him further with this. I feel like they changed it though. Because whenever he casts a spell, not only does it summon a Rockjaw Trog, but it gives them 2 attack immediately too. So it didn't do that last time. Which is stupid. That was the coolest thing about it. There we go. There's a clean win. Am I just like not getting stars or what's going on? It's like bugged out. Deal 100 fire damage. What did we do that was even fire damage? Like flame strike? What were some of my other theme decks? Like, those 2 were definitely good. Iron Juggernaut, Anti-Spell, Renounce Darkness, and sort of like the stack different cards from different people's decks. Warlock. The hard counter in Classic WoW to mages, right? You always, even when I kill them, I still get screwed by them, like, after, with the dots. Because you use Ice Block during the fight. Warlocks were such an amazing class, though. It's like, very few RPGs really have classes like that. Where some class, you know, every game has like some damage over time option, but to commit to it that hard, like Curse of Agony, Corruption, Siphon Life, just so much, where the class is just built around that only. So he's playing like the same Renounce Darkness type of thing. This is kind of the rating you want to be at to be able to enjoy this, just to not trying to prove anything, but if you play in casual, either you can't play like this or wow, here we go, dude.
Amazing.
Mirror matchup.
Thanks.
So it's not gonna make much difference for you here. Should be an easy win though. Pretty cool hero portrait. So is it worth it to do a 4 mana 5/4? Spend the rest of your mana to gain +2/+2. Rush, Divine Shield, or Taunt. So why didn't that work? Because he didn't have any other mana, or why not +2/+2? At random for each. What is he doing? Okay, what can we do here? We could summon something more. Either the Trog or let's just do this. hit him in the face. The taunt doesn't work through stealth. One of the most confusing interactions in the game. Like, how can you really have taunt if you're in stealth or vice versa? You got some stupid ogre. This should be a cakewalk, but last time I said that, I got destroyed. So the 1 HP isn't going to matter here. Warlocks do technically use daggers, right? Like mages, or you'd also use staves. 1/1 with spell damage. Good luck using spells. You use a spellbender. I guess that kind of worked out for him. So I need some kind of AoE, of which I have very few here. Evasive. Because yeah, even the Dracnoid is considered evasive. Draconid, apparently. Not much else to do but this. Just let that stupid thing attack whatever it wants to. Get rid of a bit of spell damage. 50% chance to attack the wrong enemy. Battlecry, discover a dragon. So let's see what we got here. Add 2 random spells. I mean, it's not like this is any synergy. It's just random shit that he's got going. From Renounce Darkness. So now we can do this to charge into something. I don't really care too much about the ogre. Can I kill this without... I guess I still have to lose something for it. Or we just want to whack him in the face. At this point. That's going to be annoying to deal with. Sogoth. I guess I could just do this and then ignore. Let him just do what he wants to do with it. How dangerous could it really be? You give it taunt or buff it or something. He's got the basic card backs too, so this could just be new account or random guy who sucks or his deck sucks.
Muddy the waters.
Or he could just be choosing to use that just because. Your next spell this turn costs 0. That's pretty interesting for that little cost. 4 mana 2/2. That could be very significant. What is that? At the start of your turn, take 1 damage. Each curse is worse than the last. 2 turns remaining. Do I really care about that? Just use the Draconid. Hit him there. See, I don't know whether that's really worth it or not with this evasive stuff. Maybe I should just go face and leave it up on him to... Why is it showing all this stuff? Is he gonna burn one of my cards? What is this? At the start of your turn, take 1 damage. So what does that have to do with this? Do I take 1 damage for each of them? Each minion? Is it just gonna burn them all out of my hand? Like, what the fuck? And why isn't this affected then? That is a pretty sick animation though. Can I keep my cards like that all the time? That'd be sick for like a constant animation. I'd buy a microtransaction for that. For an effect that's already in the game. It just requires some special other card interaction. So, what is that? I don't get it. Whatever. After you cast a spell, summon a tiger cat with stats equal to its cost. Okay. You could cast 2 secrets here. Or maybe you take 1 damage when you play one of these.
I wonder.
Here, why don't we just really try to piss him off that way? Not really the best turn to play Lotheb, but it works. We get our little 3/3. He'll try to cast a spell and it'll get countered hard. Or maybe he gets the idea of my deck, so he won't even bother. But that's the thing, like, you can't really play around. You just have to play something. At the end of your turn, deal 9 damage to a random minion, of course. Enemy minion. Oh, shit. That's the kind of thing that's just going to destroy you. Holy shit. What a card. 9/9 for 9. Deal 9. It would only be fair if it was 9 to any minion, not just enemy minion. That makes it too narrow of a definition. Do 3 missiles. We counter it. Nice. I just want him to attack into it. I have no cards left, so I'm going to lose this one. What the fuck? This is what can happen with Renounce. Losing to a Renounce Darkness Prince Malchezaar gimmick deck, like the one I was playing earlier. Give me like an AoE, even if I get like Flame Strike. A little bit late for Jaina to be impactful. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. He played the hero card before I did, so he wins. That's the rule with this game. Except you don't expect a warlock to do it. Role-playing as a rogue. This guy is as identity confused as people in the 21st century, am I right? Zoomers. I guess I'm still alive. The perfect card. So it does 5. And then we can get this. Wait. Oh shit. No, I mean, yeah. I should have just not played that and just died. That would have been better. I made a mistake by playing the one card that I have. Amazing. Okay, dude. Just forget it. Okay, let me do like one more. This is kind of stupid, but at least that was a fun deck he was playing with. You never can predict the Renounce Darkness shenanigans. Sometimes it can be pretty good, but you can't rely on it. I can do that in Arena. That's so much fun. One of my favorite Arena runs ever was with Renounce, and I would play it a ton. Because there it can be really good. And even if it's not, it's, you know, unpredictable, so your opponent doesn't know what to guess.
Remember my blades. You asked for it.
Okay, none of this is worth keeping. They do have the coin, so this could be trouble. We get Jaina for what that's worth, but I want stuff on curve. Like, give me a 4 cost, give me something good that I can actually play. It's a good song.
It's a good day for a fight. Hello.
Alright, so we get a little bit of curve here, but not the best. You could do this for even here if you feel like you just don't have enough stuff to play, but that's pretty weak. You want something like the Arcane Nullifier or the Trog or the Spectral Knight coming up. Any of those is good. And I love how it combines stuff throughout all the sets. Like, you know, it wasn't just one set. Spectral Knight is from like Nax. Fairy Dragon is from like Classic. A lot of these other ones are newer. Sogoth was from something, I forget. The Old Gods one, or maybe it wasn't even from that, even though it would make sense. You can do either or. I guess you don't do that because you're going to expect that he can hit it with his dagger, and the poison's not going to get much value. But again, that could be said at any time in this game, because he's always going to have the dagger. So I just have to stay the course, not let him summon anything crazy. It almost feels like you should go face a lot, because it's up to them to try to get rid of these very sticky immune minions. It's not up to you to try to trade and play the long game, but there's just too many ways to do it still. It was a simpler time. See? He's still gonna find... Wait. Oh, he didn't even do it. Yeah, I can't afford to play like that, though. Now he's gonna have to use his weapon to kill that. Otherwise, whatever he summons is useless. It's a good combination. Poisonous plus elusive, which means evasive or elusive.
Thank you.
Add a coin to your hand. I mean, is it really... Actually, you know what? Who cares? Yeah, why not? It's just, it's on curve. It's a 5/5. Not the ideal way of doing it, but it kind of just shuts down his turn. He has to just summon something big. And then next turn, he'll be like, oh, I can finally cast a spell. And then we counterspell it. Amazing. Then we'll duplicate it. The problem is the fairy dragon's going to get duplicated instead. That's the only thing you have to play around with it. But I don't have a ton of minions like that. And they're still elusive, but it's obviously not worth it. So he's just very confused as to what to do. He got a coin that costs 5 and gives him +1 mana. So I guess it costs 4 technically. Imagine the scenario where you actually still have to play that for some reason. Or decide to. He just can do nothing. He's like, yeah, I can finally cast a spell. Although he'll just bait it out with a coin, of course. So I guess the assumption you could make here is like, he's not going to prioritize the fairy dragon first. So even if he thinks, okay, maybe he has duplicate, it doesn't matter because you're still going to kill Lothab first. Right? You're not going to fake out and waste what you have. Although he does have a ton of fucking cards. So, again, use the coin, get counterspelled, and then see what happens. There's no way to really play around that. I mean... Okay. Now we get 2 more, so we can do it again. Amazing. What an amazing, amazing experience. Why not just keep doing it, too? Because, like, you could do Trogzor, but he could just kill it. I would assume he wouldn't really be able to. He's in shock.
I smell blood.
With all these amazing cards he has. Clearly, this proves I'm a superior mind to him. For coming up with such a travesty of a deck. It's still going to take a while to actually kill him, though. That'd be good together kind of with that. But let's just keep the pressure on. He's not going to be able to do much about it. We just play it 3 turns in a row. Lothab, Lothab, Lothab. So it's not that you can't cast spells, it's just so expensive. So now we could do duplicate into this. So again, he could kill the fairy dragon first. At least now he could actually do it. But he might kill it this turn. That would be better. And just do like 5 turns straight of fucking Lothab. If you survive that, I'll just quit the game for good. So we chose not to do Trogzor here, just because it's a little more expensive, and I feel like he could just kill it. If he kills Lothab, who cares? We'll just summon another Lothab. With Trogzor, he's too expensive, you know. If I... It's like a turn 10 play. When you have 10 mana, then you summon him plus this, so it's a guaranteed backup. Unless it's like a polymorph or something. Hex. He's basically almost dead anyway. We obviously have to do that. Yeah, good luck doing that with this. Like, what do you think will happen? If you kill Lothab, you get another Lothab next turn. Amazing, dude. What are you gonna do, man? Whack it with your little dagger. So then, whether he kills it or not, I guess he has to kill it. We could do Jaina, not that I really want to. We could do 2 in the same turn. That'd be the ultimate way to finish him off, but it's kind of a waste because +5 is way too much as it is. You don't really need to go overboard like that. This was obviously a commonly used card for a while in the meta, but I don't know for how long.
I got the best deal
Oh, here we go.
anywhere.
Yeah, cast as many spells as you want. Draw as many cards as you want. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's just go until we lose a game, which could be all night at this rate. Haha. We'll lose to that fucking druid again. Garbage deck. I still don't know how that even happened.
Jaina versus Jaina.
You asked for it. Oh, it is on.
Almost like you want to keep Lothab out of respect for what he did last game, but not really. I mean, even keeping the 4 cost is okay. Especially with a coin, because what's going to happen is he's going to sort of... What do you call it? You're going to still need it on curve. So turn 3 I can do it. So I just need a turn 2 play. Turn 3, turn 4... Perfectly fine. The Trogs aren't going to be that good, honestly, but you know, if I could replace them with, because at the time when I made this, there weren't enough. Well, at the time I made it, there definitely weren't enough evasive. But even over time, I added these later. There still weren't enough. So you put this still to punish spells, even though not really. It just forces you to take it. Like, just use a fireball on it, so it doesn't matter that it gains 2 attack. You're just going to die anyway. Now he could attack into it, but he won't be able to finish it off with the fire blast. That's the real point. A mage who uses their talent not to cast spells, but to prevent others from doing so. It's like a certain bitterness in life that you have to do this. You want a monopoly over magic. That's what it should be called. Magic monopoly. So you take, now what do? We could do the 4. It would be perfectly fine with me. I don't have to worry about casting too many spells myself. So turn 5 is going to be a dead play, right? Because we don't want to play these two together even. Polymorph is not really a big deal, honestly, on that. It's kind of a waste, but in fairness, it's not a waste because there's nothing else he's going to ever be able to cast it on except for maybe Trogzor himself. But he doesn't really know that. I guess we could just do this and this. So again, whatever spell he casts, it's still going to be... Oh, what the fuck? Never mind. But again, I don't have any spells to just throw out there to fake that out unless it was the coin, so... I guess I had no choice but to do that. That's the downside. What's he going to do with this? +1 spell damage. Deal 2 damage to a minion and the minion's next to it. So not too bad. I could do this. I kind of don't want to do it. But don't really have a great play one way or another. He's got very few cards left, so he's not putting out much of a fight here. We can do the Dracnoid next turn. Draconid set up for maybe turn 8. Nerubian with a Fire Blast, and then Jaina. Add a biscuit to your hand that refreshes 2 mana crystals. The human vending machine. Too bad. Anything else you would have been able to kill it, but not this time. We could do Trogzor too. I kind of don't want to. See, I'll save it for the duplicate. It's just a good turn 10 play. Play those both together. There's nothing he can even do about what I got. May as well just do it. Just go all in. Not as good as Lothab, but still good. And it's permanent. So 2 things that can't even be killed by magic. 1 thing which increases magic cost. I think I just win, or he's gonna waste time with the stupid ice block or something. So let's do 7 first. Dispelled, he says. We just win.
Well played.
Aren't you impressed by my amazing deck building skills? So rank 8, let's keep going. How high can we go? We don't want any of that. I guess you're never going to regret the few AoEs you have. Even Blizzard, you could argue, is worth keeping at the beginning of a game because you have like 1 Blizzard, 1 Volcanic Potion, and 1 Flame Strike, so it's going to be hard to justify if you really need it, especially against a Paladin. They could flood the board early. Invasive Chimera is not going to be too good here. It's great if you can get it like a turn 2 into a turn 3 taunt, coin into Arcade Nullifier, because then they'll think they can kill it, and then you take out whatever they tried to kill it with behind the taunt. Basic Hearthstone fundamentals, like never summon a taunt just straight up, cold turkey. Summon something first that you want to protect, then let them try to react, and then summon the taunt in front of it. So Paladins don't rely on spells as much, but still, he certainly won't be able to rely on them at all. What is this thing? Oh, like a potion? I like the ones where you can just break them or reach like a climax. I'm all about climaxes. Okay, we got Sogoth. We may as well just do it despite the fact that we don't meet the criteria we just set. So now you don't want it to get taken out by a 1-1 weenie shit. But he probably doesn't want to summon anything better either. The coin kind of ruins this at times because it just baits out the counter spell so easily. You can't do much with that. It's almost like it shouldn't count as a spell, but it interacts with so many things. Like for rogues, as combos, as so many different things for Archmage, Antonidas and stuff. I wonder if you can still use him, or did they fuck that up too? So it just, again, locks down whatever he's trying to summon. We can do that every turn if I want. So we need a turn 4 play. If he summons a bunch of stuff, I could obviously Volcanic Potion. For some reason, I thought it was called Volcanic Potion. Honestly, I had that in my head. I don't know what that would mean, but yeah, what is that? I feel like it's a word. Oh shit, maybe I just imagined it. The Mandela effect or something. So let's see, he's playing very passively here, which is exactly what I want in the early game. Give a minion +1/+1, add a Librum of Wisdom. We could do this or we could do that. I guess just do this. Very beefy, very tanky, good value. See, in vanilla Hearthstone, you could say a 4, 6, or 5 is itself pretty good, let alone can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. But this was like a pretty early power creep because this was only a Nax. So that was pretty ridiculous. Change his attack to 1, but you still can't kill him. So this is gonna die, unfortunately. Now this is a good curved turn for this. We may as well just do that, right? Because he's just gonna take it out himself, put it to some use. So we have a 5/4. We can summon another Spectral Knight. We could use Fire Blast to finish that guy off, or the Nerubian's always a good turn 8 play. I don't see much of a point to do it now. He's not really doing anything too impressive here. +1/+1, okay. Do that. Do another Spectral Knight. I like how he name drops both of them. For the Lich King and then for Kel'Thuzad. Amazing. Some of these lines are pretty cool. I don't like how they went for such a comic relief effect with this game, because a lot of these lore characters and stuff are pretty serious and interesting, but they went for just like with the way they voice the and write the adventures are so stupid. Like Kel'Thuzad is reduced to like a very lowest common denominator comic relief character. It's so stupid. They weren't even trying with it. Just so lazy and stupid. We may as well just do this and then Volcanic Potion. It's almost like it's not worth it, but let's just do it anyway. So we can summon a ton in front of these, but let's wait. Give him some false hope. We could also just charge into it. This turns out to not be that good, but there's no low value taunts for this set, so that's the best you can do. A little too expensive. Like, I'd rather it be a 2 or like a 3/3 for 3 or something. I don't know. But it can be very obstructive. He's just going face because he can't do anything else. Wait, why wouldn't you attack this with your True Silver? He doesn't understand or appreciate the situation he's in right now. If you can't get rid of them now, you're never going to be able to. What are you going to do? Equality Consecrate? The best he could do. Or just equality anything, really. Wild Pyromancer equality. Restore 8 health, summon an 8/8 with taunt. Of course. We don't have a great way to deal with stuff like that. Where it's just very tanky. I mean, we may as well just do it. Just get rid of it. Not too happy with that play, but we can't just let stuff hang around too long. That's why that Resurrect Priest or something would be crazy here. They just keep summoning big shit, then summon it again, summon big stuff from your deck, summon something that just died. It's way too much. I mean, imagine a mage spell locking a fucking paladin. You have one school of magic. If I counterspell you, you're just fucked. Reduce the cost of that was a pretty satisfying dynamic in WoW, like where you know you could bait out a counterspell with like Searing Pain as a warlock, so then your shadow spells are still intact, or vice versa. You really want to cast Conflagrate or something, so you use Shadow Bolt first, bait that out. There's a good interplay with stuff like that. Not too many classes really have a ton of different schools, unless it's strictly healing versus damage, like Lightning Bolt versus fucking Restoration or whatever. We could use this to charge. Five, 6, 7. Kill that. We're still alive. He still has to deal with this, so he reduced the cost of them by whatever, but do they count as spells, or they must, right? I forget how that whole mechanic works with the Librams. We could do another Nerubian too if he just lets it sit there. He's gonna be +4, like a constant Lotheb effect every turn. We also got Sogoth, which we haven't used yet today, actually. On a bit of a win streak at Penguin rank 8, fucking bronze, wild mode. Consecration, a little bit early, trigger on that. And this is still gonna have 1 HP left. Let's try to get to rank 5 or something, let's see. Or I'll just play until I lose, which is never gonna happen. Give a minion +1/+1. Like you have a million of those. Just keep doing it. But then if you leave it, he'll give it a +10/+10 crazy shit and just kill me. Like, really, dude, I'm getting tired of just killing those over and over. He'll just summon another one and give it another Libram, so who cares? It's never going to be worth my time. I'll just AoE it if I have to, but... We can do 12 damage. He just used Consecration, so he might not have a great way of dealing with this. Heal Equality, Consecrate, plus 10 attack, double attack, one shot. Crazy combo. Restore 4 health, draw a card, no big deal there. Is it worth it to do Sogoth? I guess I don't have anything else, so I kind of have to. Good with me. Destroy an enemy with 3 or less attack, which I have very few of in this whole deck. Is you get through a taunt, you get through the spell cost increase. It doesn't even matter that... Oh yeah, that's the one card I sometimes put in this deck, was the one that summons dragons for every 5+ cost spell that you cast, because Alana the Dragon Keeper, or whatever her name was, because you want these to be higher then, so it's okay that it's 5, because it would only count if it was 5. So what happened to her? Why don't I have her anymore? That's actually a pretty good play to go along with this. You could put her instead of Sogoth or something else. It's actually not a bad idea. Because it's a synergy that doesn't exist otherwise. Because you only have these two as 5+ cost, so it's not enough. But then you're going to have secrets and all kinds of other crazy crap. Well, actually, really just the secrets. So... let's just do this, this, and then we'll see what happens. We could have cast another one if we chose to sacrifice the Nerubian. $17 HP isn't bad. You would think he's burning out of stuff to use to kill these. It just makes everything an obstacle. Stuff that you normally take for granted that you could just kill is suddenly very difficult. We could summon some stupid 1/1. I kind of need Jaina or something else to summon. It's getting a little bit sketchy now. There's no card draw and there's no defensive stuff in this deck. Whether it be Ice Block or Ice Armor or a heal, nothing. Jaina is the only defensive stuff. There's a few taunts, but you know, that goes without saying. You gotta have those anyway. You might just AFK out. Give +1 to all minions in your deck, hand, and battlefield, counterspell. And it costs 6 too, so you feel the pain of both. Even if it had worked. I guess I could do these, but man. Is that going to kill it right there? No, it's not. That's going to prevent him from killing it very easily, at least. After all this work he's put in. Or if he tries to buff something of his own, it'll buff me instead. For extra mana cost. Their picture is pretty cool too. There's not a whole lot of Nerubian type cards in the game, or at least there weren't. A Nubarak was pretty cool for rogues. What is that? A buff, of course, very helpful. He should have probably done that first, you moron. That was the exact opposite of what you should have done. So now this is going to kill this no matter what. We could do Trogzor with Duplicate. So if he kills this first, that could be a problem. Because it won't be in its buff state. What could that secret be then? Like Avenge or something? So if he prioritizes a 5/7, he'd be smart. But then he still has to deal with the 6/6. So now we're gonna get. So does it get +2 or plus or not? It doesn't. That's so stupid. I'm positive it used to work like that, so they nerfed it. Because totally people were using this exact deck. I bet they stole it from me. That's so dumb, dude. The one thing that was fun and exciting about it. Just like no fun allowed. Avenge. Oh shit. Well, that was a mistake. Whoops. Well, it's actually okay. Kill the Trogzor, and then you get to fucking duplicate. And if you're trying to cast a spell, I'll summon another one and fucking block that shit. So is he going to prioritize something other than Trogzor? If he does, then I don't get the duplicate, but he's also still alive, so it's a tough decision to make. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to all enemies. Honorable kill, restore 4 health to your hero. Well, it's not going to be an honorable kill. Why does he keep doing that last then if he suspects I might have a counter spell? That's exactly what I wanted. Now we get to see it come together, dude. I could. Well, I'll just kill him, but we could have done it again. That's the point. We have 2. We'll get another 2. 5 Trogzors, summoning more Trogs constantly. Such an amazing thing. I guess the only thing that shuts that down is like if you Hex or Polymorph the first time, but you might not expect that I'm trying to do that.